Sergeant Preston of the Northwest Mounted Police with Yukon King, swiftest and strongest lead dog breaking the trail in the relentless pursuit of lawbreakers in the wild days of the Yukon. Back to the days of the gold rush as Sergeant Preston with his wonder dog Yukon King meets the challenge of the Yukon.
This is the Yukon, the territory patrolled by Sergeant Preston, where the old saying, gold is where you find it, was often taken too literally by men of easy conscience. And the first thought, once such men succeeded, was security beyond the Alaska border, safe from the Northwest Mounted Police. Few, however, were able to elude justice when the long arm of the law was in direct pursuit, a tribute to the hardihood of both men and animals of the force. Ignatius Iggy Olin, a cowardly thief wanted for robbery and murder, was one of the unlucky ones. For some hours, while his partner escaped toward the border, Olin had been boxed in by Sergeant Preston with his great dog King, assisted by Constable Dignam from Dawson headquarters.
Dignam! Dignam, are you all right?
Yes. He's a bad shot, Sergeant.
I've been studying those rocks. I think if you keep Olin busy, I can creep up and try to capture him.
Wouldn't it be safer to wait till he runs out of ammunition?
Yes, but I have no idea how much ammunition he has. Every moment counts now if we intend to capture his accomplice. You keep us covered. We're going after him. Come on, King. Drop your gun, Olin. Don't shoot. I give up. Drop the gun. You're under arrest in the name of the Crown. Turn around with your hands behind you. King, go get the constable.
I'll tell you everything, Sergeant, if you go easy on me. All the gold's on the sled.
You know I can't make any such promise. That's for a court to decide. Now start talking.
This was all Wolf Traherne's idea, stealing the gold from the express office in Dawson. It was Wolf who killed the express man, too.
All right, head for the sled. Start walking.
When you picked up our trail, we split up hoping to confuse you. I was unlucky enough to get caught while Wolf gets off scot-free.
Don't be too sure about that. He isn't safe until he's across the border. And if what you say is true, that Traherne has neither money nor a dog team, how's he going to make it to the border? Now, come on, tell me, where is he?
Well, we planned to meet at the hotel in Beaver Falls. Together from there, we'd head for the border, and that's gospel.
The lock's broken, but the gold and cash appear to be intact, according to the express records.
Good. Sure it is. Neither one of us had a chance to dig into the box. You've been too close on us.
Traherne might stay in Beaver Falls until he can steal enough money to make it to the border.
Sure, he'd need cash to buy his way with some other driver. He can't handle the team. That's why I've got the team and the cash.
We've no time to lose, Constable.
Yes, Sergeant.
Take the prisoner, the sled and the evidence back to headquarters. Advise the express company that we'll hold the gold shipment for evidence until after the trial.
Very good. And you?
I'm going on to Beaver Falls in search of Traherne. Come on, King.
As the hours passed at Beaver Falls, Wolf Traherne abandoned hope that his accomplice, Iggy Olin, had managed to escape from the law. Wolf needed cash to carry him across the border, and in his warped mind, a plan to get it took shape.
Here's how General Johnston surrounded the Yankee Prentice, forcing him to surrender at 5:30 p.m. of the first day. Oh, isn't that just like a Yankee? Just when I'm proving the South won the Battle of Shiloh, Traherne sneaks out.
Man can't draw a breath of fresh air around here without being accused of being a dang Johnny Brown. I said no one wanted Shiloh. That's all, Carter.
My ex-partner here was only 10 at the time of the Civil War.
You mean the war between the states, sir?
Have it your way, Jerry. Once a Georgia cracker, always a Georgia cracker.
And back to Georgia I'll go come morning. Now you paid me for my share of the mine. I mean to live again.
For your sake, I hope you got all that money tucked away real safe.
I can take care of myself, Yankee. But don't change the subject. How about our bet? Did I prove my point, or do I have to show you again?
I'm too tired to argue with you after a long day on the trail. Here's your bet.
Gentlemen, the Confederacy will celebrate another victory in time-honored fashion.
Another round of coffee, landlord.
Ain't you being a bit free with my money, Ed Latimer? Well, gentlemen, I think it's time for me to follow a Yankee for once and turn in. I'll need an early start to make Dawson by nightfall. I've been dreaming of that Georgia sunshine too long to take a chance on missing that Skagway steamer, gentlemen. I do thank you for your hospitality.
I think I'll trail along. Good night, boys. Good night. Just what time do you figure to push off in the morning, Jerry?
Soon after 5 o'clock as I can. It's great of you to let me have that sled team, Ed. I'll sell it and send you the cash.
What else is a pal good for if he can't help an old partner? Sure gonna be lonesome around Wishbone Creek mine.
Now you bought out my interest. You make your pile in a hurry, and then you can pull out. Like I said, there'll always be a latch string out at Live Oak Manor, Georgia, for Ed Latimer.
Thanks, Jerry. I'm sure glad you let me hold back most of your cash at the mine for shipment on the regular express stage.
You always were the smart one of the team, Ed. Life wouldn't be worth living if I were to lose my pile to some robber on the trail.
You make it sound like the end of the world. Well, I guess it's about bedtime.
That's time, I say. See you in the morning, man.
Good night.
Don't turn around and don't make a sound. I've got a gun on you. You're after my pile. You're barking up the wrong tree. Button your lip and put up your hands. Fire. What'd I tell you? You think you're pretty smart, don't you? Copy of the transfer of the Dixie mine at Wishbone Creek to Edward Latimer. So that's the mine Latimer bought. That must be where your precious cash is, huh? I know you. You're...
Realizing that every minute counted in the pursuit of a criminal, Sergeant Preston allowed himself and his team only a minimum of rest after supper, and then prepared to go on through the night.
Well, we're all set, King. If we start now, we'll make Beaver Falls by daybreak. You ready? All right, line the team, King. Hike! Hike!
On, King. On, you Huskies.
Trahearne's cruel blow to Jerry Carter's head had injured the Southerner's brain, and in his deranged mind, he again became that boy of 10 back in Georgia, reliving the terror of his childhood when the Carter home had been raided during Sherman's march to the sea.
Yankees. Gotta get home. Gotta get home quick.
Carter now, this was not the frigid Yukon, but the warm, friendly air of his old home, menaced by the raiding enemy. Instinctively, his steps led him back toward Wishbone Creek. Yet even so, a natural instinct for self-preservation caused him to protect himself against the biting cold. Within an hour after his arrival in Beaver Falls, Preston was able to piece together a complete picture of the events of the previous night. Though conclusions obviously led to Trahearne as the culprit, his problem was doubled. Jerry Carter was added to his search for Trahearne.
Latimer? You've no idea where Carter might have gone, huh, Latimer?
Not the slightest. The dog sled he was to drive south this morning is still here. So are his extra clothes. All but his cap and Mackinac.
You and Carter very close?
As close as two men can be who've starved, sweated, and worked together for 3 years. I tell you, Jerry's just not the kind of man to disappear like this without some word of explanation to me. Not willingly, anyhow. You gotta do something, Sergeant. You gotta find him. Finding Jerry is more important than Trahearne's capture.
I agree. I firmly believe that if we find one, we'll find the other.
You said we. Does that mean you're counting me in on this?
I have that in mind.
Nothing I like better. Thanks. Where do we start?
Right here, with another member of the force. This belong to Carter?
Yeah.
Here, King. This is the man we want to find. Now find him. Understand? Find him.
You mean that husky can track a man down like a bloodhound?
You'll see. Come on.
Like a man in a nightmare, Carter, out of his mind and sick from prolonged exposure, returned to his cabin at Wishbone Creek. To his disordered brain, this was not a crude cabin in the Yukon, but the stately Georgia home of his childhood, menaced by a raiding Union army.
Yankees. Mama, gotta find Mama and Caroline. Gotta get them out of here. Mama, Caroline, Jerry, where are you hiding?
Quit playing possum now. Get up with your hands high. You and I have got some talking to do. I said get up. You're a hard man to kill, Johnny Reb. But I'll do it now. Unless you tell me where the money's hidden. All right. And we'll just wait a while to see if you come around. And if you don't, then maybe I can persuade you.
Unerringly, King had picked up Carter's wandering trail out of town. Though Latimer plainly remained skeptical, Preston led the pursuit north under the great dog's guidance.
Wake up. I can't wait forever. Now, I know the money's here. Your partner said so. Wake up. All right. Then we'll try something else.
Oh, please, Yankee, leave me alone.
Come on, wake up, you stupid sourdough. Talk sense. Come on, where's the money?
No, I promised Mama.
Wake up. You're not fooling me with that guff. I'll find it myself. But if I don't...
On, King. On, you Husky.
Of course. The bunk. You're laying on it. Now, why didn't I think of that before? Well, so you finally come back to life, huh? Well, get up, Mr. Carter. You and I are gonna have a nice little talk.
Who are you? What do you want?
We're all through playing games. On your feet, Johnny Reb. I said on your feet.
You are, Yankee. A raider in disguise.
Come on, Carter. Where's that money? The gold.
I'll tell you. Money, jewels, everything Mama hid there. Bill.
Wake up. Wake up, you stupid sourdough.
No, please, no.
Come on,
No,
talk
Yankee,
sense.
no.
You tell me where that money is and I'll kill you.
The cabinet. In a panel in the cabinet.
Well, now that's better.
Oh.
heading for our own diggings, Sergeant. The cabin's just ahead. Jerry must be there.
And he's not alone, I'm afraid. Look, someone was here ahead of him.
Must be Wolf Traherne.
Get your rifle. Come on, boy.
The rebel yell. That was Jerry, Sergeant.
It's a gunshot, too. Keep under cover as much as you can. Come on. This is Sergeant Preston of the Mounted Police. Open up in there. Open up. In the name of the Crown, open the door.
Sergeant, come here. There's no one in the room except Jerry on the floor. Come here.
You're right, there's no one here but Jerry.
How is he? He's still alive.
Traherne's outside this cabin somewhere. You just stay put. King, circle the cabin to the right.
Oh.
Get up! All right, Traherne, you're under arrest in the name of the Crown. Thanks for the help, King. Now get on down to the cabin.
I must have gone clean daffy back there in Beaver Falls when Traherne clipped me. Thought I was 10 years old again back in Georgia.
Well, apparently when Traherne's bullet creased your scalp, it relieved the pressure on your brain and restored your memory.
There's your money, Jerry. All accounted for. With the sergeant's help, we'll make sure that it gets to you safely. There's one thing that puzzles me. If you thought you were only 10 years old, how could you tell him where your stake was hidden?
Just happens that was the same hiding place Mama used when those no-good Yankees came.
No good Yankees.
Well, King, we'd better take our prisoner back to headquarters before we become involved in a civil war. This case is closed.